Dear scholars, here is our next poem 2.4. How doth the little busy bee? Here doth means does. Actually the word doth is old English word. In modern period or nowadays we use the word does instead of it. So here the title is how doth or how does the little busy bee. The poet of this poem is wondered about little busy bee. Who is the poet? Isaac Watts. And whatever style of the poem is used by the poet is copied by another poet, that is Lewis Carroll. And here Lewis Carroll has written a parody to the poem How Doth Little Busy Bee. Here parody means copy of style of someone or something in a funny way. So it is the copy of writing and what is it? In a funny way. So these two poems are opposite to each other in the theme, but the style of the poems are same. So let us learn one by one poem. So here through this video you will come to know about the first poem, that is How Doth the Little Busy Bee. You can observe the lines of the poem are kept in the shape of hexagon. So actually it is the shape of a cell or the room in the honeycomb, and beside this you can observe some of the cells or some of the rooms in the honeycomb and also a honeybee. So here the poet is wondered about the work of a bee who is called as a busy bee, because the busy bee spends or honeybee spends her complete day, whole day in working only. So let us learn one by one each stanza. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. The poet is wondered about the work of the little busy bee she spends to improve each shining hour. That is what? Every hour honeybee is busy in improving her honeycomb and her work only, and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. So throughout the daytime honeybees are just there to wander here and there, go to the flowers, many of the flowers, gathering sweet juice from them and taking that sweet juice back to the honeycomb. That is the work of honeybee throughout the daytime. So some of the honeybees do this work and others are there at honeycomb to look after their eggs, to look after their babies, to look after the honey, the food which is preserved, which is stored in the honeycomb. So it is about all those honeybees who are just gathering sweet juice or honey from the flowers and continuously busy in just improving it, in just increasing it, and accordingly thinking of her great work, poet is wondered that how busy that little bee is. In the next stanza, the poet has described some more works of honeybee. So what is the first one? That is gathering honey, means gathering sweet juice. It is called as nectar from the flowers, many of the flowers. Second stanza, how skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads her wax and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. So it is the next work. Builds her cell. Next one, spreads her wax. Next one, store it well. These are the some more works of honeybees. So what is it? Honeybee continuously spend her time in the work only. As I told previously, some of the honeybees gather nectar or sweet juice from the flowers, while others do the other work. So some are there to build her cell. That is what continuously some of the honeybees work as a mason, and they build cells, rooms in the honeycomb to store honey, to uh, keep their eggs, and the rooms for their babies. What is next work? How neat she spreads her wax. So whatever wax is produced, that is what, after turning the sweet juice into honey, whatever waste remains, that waste is a wax, and that wax honeybee use for building rooms. So she spreads neatly, properly, and builds cells out of it. So it is the another work of honeybee. What is next one? And labors hard to store it well. So whatever cells are made through the wax, they are just full, they are just filled. How they are filled, it is given in next line. And labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. So it is what, honeybees build the cell by spreading the wax and store the cells by the sweet food. What is that? Honey. So here in this poem, the poet has described the works of honeybees done throughout the day. So here I repeat: gather honey means gather sweet juice. Next, building cell, spreading wax, and storing sweet food in the comb. Beside this, honeybees do some other works. That is what, looking after the honeycomb, their babies, eggs, and honey. That is what, the protection work of the honeybees. So honeybees are there to do various types of works unitedly. They stay or they live in unity. They show the importance of unity. They show the importance of organization, and they give us message. Honeybees give us message to stay united, to stay organized, and work hard throughout the day or whole day. Continuously we must be busy in working so that we can achieve our goal. So this is all about the first poem, How Doth the Little Busy Bee. I hope you all will understand the given explanation.